Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always, told out of Voice of Radio. So today we've got some new secret rare Pokemon cards that we need to talk about that are coming along in Scarlet and Violet. And these ones are, as you may have guessed, absolutely stunning. And they've gone and shown us a pair, a whole evolution line. Now, generally speaking, we never used to get whole evolution lines. Like when we were getting these character rares and character super rares and all of that, we weren't getting full evolution lines. But then again, you saw the other day that they went and revealed some of these. And three of the ones they revealed were Gardevoir, Routes, and Curlier. The whole evolution line. They didn't do that for any others, but for this one evolution line, they did. Well, now they've gone done it again, ladies and gentlemen. They've gone done it again. We do have Tarantula and Spidops coming as a lovely pair, although it's kind of heartbreaking for some reason. We'll get there in a minute. Now, I'm going to show you the Spidops first. We talked about this the other day, Spidops EX, which when I first looked at it, I was like, man, I don't really care. And then I looked at it again and I was like, oh, I like that. I like that very, very much indeed. It's got an ability which increases your opponent's active Pokemon to treat cost by 1, but it doesn't say it has to be active. And it doesn't say that it's limited to once during your turn, as in you can only have one of them on at a time. So in theory, you can just have this sitting there rolling, increasing your opponent's retreat cost by 4, and that's kind of hilarious. At which point we bring in Leafeon V Max to take advantage of it. Although, to be fair, this one does have a really nice attack as well. That for 2 energy, same as Leafeon, does 90 damage plus 30 more for each energy in your opponent's active Pokemon's retreat cost. Generally speaking, Leafeon will usually hit for more damage, but it's also a free prize Pokemon, so probably some mixture of the two. Don't forget Leafeon V's brilliant ability that says you get to attach an energy from your deck, and it does end your turn, but certainly, turn 1 going first or any turn where you don't have a good attack to use, this is going to work rather nicely indeed. So we like it. It's a good card. Look at the alternate art. The alternate art is absolutely stunning. Shout out to Mickey Tanaka for doing this one. Now, in terms of the Tarantula, still trying to remember all their names. There actually were two. There were 2 Tarantulas that came around in the Scarlet and Violet base set over in Japan. A 40 HP and a 60 HP. And when I showed you the video the other day, I was pretty clear that I think the 60 HP one is better. Now, attack-wise, nominally, the 40 HP has got a better attack. It says flip a coin, if heads, paralysis with 20 damage. Which is good, but then by the same token, you're talking about putting 2 energy on a Pokemon that's got 40 HP. And nobody's putting 2 energy on a Pokemon that's only got 40 HP. It's not working, ladies and gentlemen. Not working. So I prefer the 60 HP. It's single energy, 30 damage, flip a coin. If tails, it does nothing. To be fair, I think you're still going to use that more often because there'll be times you're desperate and just whacking energy on. Whereas the 40 HP one, you're never getting 2 energy on here is ridiculous. But also going to 40 HP is too low. You kind of got to go with the 60 HP one. And my point here basically is they picked the wrong one. Now, Pokemon have been doing this for a while now, where if they give you 2 versions of a Pokemon, they give them different HP, and they basically give the one that's got lower HP the better attack. And nominally it is the better attack, but not for 2 energy, so I'm sorry they've picked the wrong one. Which makes me really sad. If I ever play Spidops, and I can actually see myself playing Spidops, I'm not going for the 40 HP Tarantula, I'm going for the 60. 40 is just way, way, way too low. Which is annoying because look at this wonderful artwork, which you may notice is also by Mickey Tanaka. Have you seen it yet? Because these pictures actually fit together. And what you've got in this wonderful 2-part picture is a Cypher diving to try and get Tarantula, and then Spidops coming down to try and get Cypher. And it kind of looks a little bit like Spidops is using Tarantula as bait. I'm not saying they are, but I am saying it does look a little bit like it. And I love this, ladies and gentlemen. I absolutely love this. We had to talk about Spidops the other day. First, because it was such a cool card, and we were talking about 3 EXs in one go, and there was a lot to get to in that video, but I really wanted to take some time to show you these two, because, oh my goodness, they're amazing. On the one hand, I love, absolutely adore, that they are doing this, where they're sometimes giving us full evolution lines with art rare and special art rare. I think that's a great idea, and I'm all in favor. But they've done a thing in Scarlet and Violet where I believe all of the new Pokemon, the Gen 9 Pokemon, actually get 2 pre-evolutions in the set. And the problem with that is sometimes they're going to pick the wrong one. And that's a little bit sad. I think they've done that here, but I love the artwork so much I can't be too upset. But now we need to talk about Armarouge. Now, first of all, look at the amazing artwork on the regular version. We'll get to the special art in a minute. Or the artwork rare. Just take a look at the stunning, stunning artwork. Akira Egawa lately has been absolutely knocking it out of the park as I believe one of the best artists in both the Pokemon TCG and I believe the actual single best artist in the Digimon TCG as it goes at the moment. And Egawa has just, again, knocked it out the park here. I wish I could describe art better. But it's swirly and intimidating and just... Egawa's got a very clear style, and I think this is amazing. But look at the artwork rare. And this makes me so sad. Like, let's take Tatsugiri, for instance. Now, I don't believe we're going to be getting an artwork rare of Tatsugiri, because Tatsugiri, like Armarouge here, was actually featured on the Pokemon card website as one of the kind of featured cards from the set. And all the featured cards from the set that they put on the website, generally if there is an artwork rare, they put that on the website. So the fact that Tatsugiri's on the website without an artwork rare would suggest very heavily it's not getting one. I adore the Okacheke artwork. Even for Okacheke, this might actually be my favourite Okacheke card, and that is, well, except for, the Flareon, obviously. And that is saying a lot. Absolutely a lot. And that's kind of happened here, though. Because we've got amazing Akira artwork, but we've also got this special art, or artwork rare. And I don't think anyone, whether you appreciate the style or not, whether it's your favourite or not, doesn't matter. I think we can all appreciate how stunning Nagamiso here has done in terms of actually doing this. And also, the fact that Armarouge is kind of hiding in a doorway in a rain, when it's raining, because fire Pokemon presumably don't want to get wet. I just think that's absolutely adorable. The art here, absolutely stunning. But we've not talked about what this card does yet. I figured this video might be a good time to have a look. And it is actually a pretty decent card. Now, as for the attack, free energy, 90 damage plus burn, it's not terrible, it's not great. I think it's fair to say. Bearing in mind, of course, we've got Magma Basin to accelerate a bit of energy, so it's much easier to actually get the energy down there, and this is fine, this is good, this is lovely. I like it. But it's the ability that makes this good. The ability says, as often as you like during your turn, you may move 1 fire energy from your bench Pokemon to your active. And I love it. And actually, we need to now go back and look at Magma Basin for a second, because this is great with Magma Basin. One of the downsides of Magma Basin is, well, there's 3 real downsides. There are 3 downsides to Magma Basin. Downside number 1, you can only accelerate to a fire Pokemon. Be great if you could do it to colorless or other types. Number 2, you can only do it to the bench, not to your active. And number 3, you've got to put 2 damage counters on the Pokemon to which you attach the energy. Well, this fixes 2 of the problems with Magma Basin, because now you can move that energy to your active, it doesn't have to stay on the bench, and the damage counters go on the bench Pokemon you use with Magma Basin, not the Pokemon that actually gets the energy. And this is just wonderful, ladies and gentlemen. This is just absolutely wonderful. It's not just for use with Magma Basin, let's be clear. You can do cool things like switch your active Pokemon to the bench, put a new Pokemon up, and then move all the energy over. That's rather lovely. It means you can switch between Pokemon so much more easily than you usually could. It means that you can give your opponent a choice between taking out a damaged Pokemon with no energy or an undamaged Pokemon with all the energy. Basically, they can get the easy KO that's not really hurting you, or the difficult KO that is. Love putting your opponent in that situation. But clearly Magma Basin here with this is an utterly absurd combo, and I absolutely adore it. I think it is brilliant. And also, you can do really silly things here, like just pile all the, use the energy on Radiant Heatran, just getting a Radiant Heatran on the bench with no energy but lots of damage, getting ready, and then when Heatran's actually ready to attack, you switch your Heatran into the active, and then you put the energy over, so you've never got the damaged Heatran with energy. And sure, your opponent can go after the damaged Heatran, but that means they're leaving your active unattacked. I just think this is awesome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm giving this 4 Wassies. I think this is a really, really cool card. And the fact that you've got 2 different absolutely stunning artworks to choose from, well, that's just a rather lovely bonus indeed. Yes, there are going to be loads more of these artwork rares and special art rares Thursday, the 19th of January. That is when I can show you them. So do come back. I mean, come back every day, because you know I'm going to do 2 videos a day until then. But do come back on Thursday, because I'm going to show you them all, and I'm going to be very excited about it. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to know what you think about these. I want to know what you think about them in terms of artwork, playability, and anything else. So let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at @TheWasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and card games and Pokemon card games, all kinds of fun things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, you can get some bonus podcasts where I answer all of your questions, you can join a Discord and chat with us about Pokemon or anything that takes your fancy, and you can get shout-outs on the channel like the lovely Tamblin, who's been a supporter of ours for a few months and seems to be a very lovely person. So thank you for all the support, and thank you for being a very lovely person. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.